Today we'll be talking about concepts and principles and programming artifacts. Let's start with the artifacts, shall we? Functions and procedures are very similar to each other, and these are the tasks that the program performs. The only difference between them is that procedures carry out a task, while functions return a value that is predefined. Variables store values which can be assigned and modified both within and outside procedures and functions. Constants are the same except that the value is predefined. Variables can exist both in the global and within procedures and functions. Constants have an identifier to identify them with. Type is a kind of value that specifies how records, enumerations, and arrays are defined in a program. It creates a data structure which allows for more malleability within the program, and it moreover specifies how a code works within a program. Arrays store multiple values. The array is also a type of variable which stores one value. These values are determined by the type, which also determines how they are used in for expressions in order to modify a range of array values. A program is defined at the start of the code. It is a shell in which all the functions, procedures, and the data exist. It contains references to other programs and that makes it a part of a unit in order to share procedures and functions. For, while, and repeat are loops that are run using repetition. For uses arrays to check a condition, while and repeat uses the conditions in their own way. While runs until the condition is false, and repeat does the same as while except it checks the condition after it goes through the loop. If and case run using selection. Both are similar, except if requires a condition to be met, while case checks for possible conditions that can be met. Case can be used majorly for user input. Now on to the concepts and the principles. Sequence shows that a program will execute actions in the order it is written. So starting at line 1, it will execute all the statement it was told to execute in the order it was told. When you create a program, the main procedure, which will be the procedure that performs and declares all the tasks that the procedures do, has to be declared at the end. Selection is the opposite idea to sequence, where a program can point to a specific block of code and tell it to run that. It requires specific conditions to be met, which are provided by the if and case statements, which allow it to pick and choose which code to run. Repetition is the idea of repeating blocks of code given a condition. It can be done via loops, which makes sure that the condition is used in repeat, for, and while. It simplifies code down so that you can run something using 5 lines instead of using 25 lines to run it again and again. You can run it with 7 lines with while at the start and until at the end. Modularization is the process of making a program more functionable by having procedures and functions that are interchangeable, so that the program can be made to function differently by removing and editing these functions and procedures so that it can manipulate the data differently, and it changes the whole functionality of the program. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.